Hello and welcome to the Method EU podcast. I am Benjamin and I will be presenting today's episode. I am with your host Glauco Donati, which is the founder of the Method EU, a method that works on human components, body, mind, emotions, and body movements. You can learn more by checking our website, themethodeu.com. This podcast revolves around the four pillars of the Method EU: Chinese medicine and shiatsu massage for the body, dynamic hypnosis for the mind, neuro-linguistic programming or NLP for the emotions, and HOM, HOM, harmony of movements for the body movements. And also many other subjects like body language, the origin of the mind, identity, our belief system, non-verbal communication or body language, etc. All this in order to bring awareness to people in search of the truth, on a path of healing, traumas, addiction, etc., or to deepen one's connection to oneself. Hello and welcome to this first podcast of the Method EU. We have today our host, Glauco Donati, and our co-host, Angelina, and myself presenting, Benjamin. So today we are going to talk about Glauco's method. So, hello, Glauco.
Hello, everyone.
We would like you to talk about more about your method and the four pillars of your method. What are they?
This is a discovering that it happened into my life several years ago. It's through observation of nature and the human being, and I saw that we have a mind, we have emotion, and we have a body, and also the body moves, express. So I wanted to create a system, a method in which I can put everything together, because usually people refer to specialists in the body or in the mind or in the emotion, but they don't have the global vision. So I used to refer this using the analogy of a cake. You can make a cake and you have the ingredients of a cake, a pizza, whatever you want to make. You can eat the ingredients separately, or you put it all together and the process, and you have a cake. So just like human being, it's just composed of different things, and these different things has to be honorated. So of course the body include your mind and your emotion, and everything is in there. It's just one thing. But to have a better understanding, we divide it into four pillars, as you said, four sections. So we have the mind, the logical mind, and the mind, it's just a program. The way we use our mind, it's a program. We learn the culture, we learn the language, and the language is a program. You express with your language, but the language doesn't represent what you want to express. It's crazy. Yeah.
In what sense are you saying that?
In the sense that words have a meaning, but everybody gives a different meaning to their words. So if I say dog, everybody see a different dog. Everybody in this room see a different dog. So the word dog doesn't represent a dog. We have the ideal dog, the ideal horse, like in philosophy, but the words that we use represent our inner reality.
Okay, the emotion that we have printed with this very word, right? Like if we had a trauma with a dog, for example, and when I hear the word dog, I might have like some sort of like of a bad reaction.
Yeah.
But if you had a dog when you grew up and he was amazing and whatever, you will always remember your first dog, and it was printed in your emotional system. Is that what you're talking about?
Exactly, Benjamin. It's just exactly like this. This is your personal experience, and that manifests in the body language. So if you see a dog and you have a trauma with the dog, you will manifest in your body language, and everybody will understand that you fear that dog. And if you had a good experience, you have a different behavior. And that's the same if I talk to you about dogs. I can see in your body language if you have a trauma or not, if you fear or not, because your body language expresses in real time. It's there. It's your unconscious language, which is your body language.
So okay, so when you say the word dog to me, for example, what is your reading of me and my emotional reaction to the word? Because I'm in front of you.
No, I'm not. You don't have to take this. The body language only express itself in when there is a tension. Tension there is when there is a need. So you have a desire, and then the body language express the desire. If you have too much tension, you have a refusal, a rejection, and the body language express the rejection. So in terms of unconscious mind, there is not a quality of the stimulus that you can give. It is the quantity. I give you a massage of 20 minutes, it's too short, and you want more. I give you a massage of 3 hours, it's too long, you just refuse it. So you desire somebody, and then you don't have it because you desire this person. Then when you have it, you enjoy this person. But if this person is too much with you all the time, then you don't desire this person anymore, and you refuse it. This is the way is the tension it expresses in quantity, not in quality. And this for everything. So the body language express the amount of energy that you are storing in your body, in your unconscious mind.
Okay. Wow, very interesting already for the first section of the method. What about the second one?
Okay, so the mind and the emotion are pretty much related, and the body also is related because everything comes together. But we split things to have a better understanding. So when I work the mind, I work the mind, your logical mind, your words, your principle, your belief, your value that rules your life. And this is, of course, there are emotions also there. But when we talk about hypnosis and going into the unconscious mind, in that case, we don't talk about emotion. We talk about blockages, we talk about complexes, we talk about self-attribution that stops you, that prevents the person to enjoy life, to do what she want to do. People feel trapped inside. That's a pathological problem. I used to refer, we have an inner reality and an outer reality. The problem must be outside. If the problem is outside, it can be a problem, it can be an opportunity. It depends the way you want to take it, but it's there. You go to sleep and you sleep. But if you have a problem inside of you, with yourself, there is a mechanism that gets you there. But if you have the problem inside, then you can't interact outside because you're blocked before you even move. And that can be a complex. If you feel shame, the more, if you feel shame and then you're shy and you like a person, the more you like this person, the more you're shy. And that change your behavior, and then you will never get this person. It's the same for a job, it's the same. And there are different labeling about different, we call it emotion, people call it emotion, but I call it problems. The real emotion for the unconscious mind, there is only freedom, love, and expression. Don't want anything else. If you're free to love and you can express the way you want, you're happy. And that's happiness is the thing.
So how do you learn how to express yourself like this, to love?
You have to take all the problems out from you. Take them out. All the problematic situation, all the bad energy, the tension, the complexes, the blockages. There can be fear. There can be fear of other people's judgment. There can be, it can be sense of guilt. It can be lack of self-esteem, or it can be fear of being emotional abandoned, or rejection, or conditioning. there's a lot of these things. You take this out from the people, and the people are free because they were born free.
So that's how you do, that's what you do in your method.
That's what I'm doing, yeah. So, but this is the aspect, the analogical aspect. Then we have the logical aspect, and then we have the body, physical aspect, because also your body interact with your emotion and with your mind. If you drink 2 glasses of wine, you change your emotivity and you change your behavior. So you can go through your body, through your mind, according to where is the problem. I will adapt myself to the situation.
So how do you treat the body then?
For the body, I use the Chinese medicine, which is a very nice system, very broad and very intelligent.
So are you talking about shiatsu massage?
I'm talking about Chinese medicine, and then the theory is Chinese medicine. Then I apply the Chinese medicine through massage, manipulation, stimulation of points, changing the diet, gymnastic, and changing lifestyle of the people.
Wow.
That's what it is, because the theory, the under theory is the disease doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's only an imbalance. People are not in analogical system we say people that are not sick, they are unhappy. Unhappiness starts first and then they become sick. So you have to seek for your happiness. In Chinese medicine, the disease doesn't exist because it's an imbalance. So if it doesn't exist, the disease, there is no cure. So you have to rebalance. And how do you rebalance? Through consciousness, changing of lifestyle, diet, because diet is important. In Chinese medicine is very important because we as a human being are a product of the nature and of the environment. We are a product of the environment, and the environment enters the body through food. So what you eat is what you are.
You are what you eat.
Yeah, you
So
are what
it's
you
not
eat.
a myth, it's true.
It's true. Actually, it's true in part. Because if you're thinking about the mind, you are what you think and what you believe. And if you're thinking about emotion, you are what you feel and what you perceive. And if you think about your body, you are what you eat and where the environment that you are. If you think about the movement that you can do with your body, that's the fourth part, which is spring from Aikido martial art and yoga. If you can move your body, you need to be connected. If you don't have the intention of moving your body, and you are sitting in the chair, if you have no intention, your body stay in the chair, doesn't stand up, doesn't go anywhere. But if you stand up because you have the intention to go out, but you have fear to open the door, then your emotivity block you, so you don't move. So in order for your body to express, to move, you need to be free, and you need to be free of fears, and you need to have an intention. And Aikido martial art, teach that.
So where is the intention coming from? From your conscious mind, your unconscious mind?
The intention,
does it really matter?
The intention is what you want now. It's just you. I mean, okay, we can say there are many ways of saying things, but we can say we are our body, but we are not our body. We are our mind, and we are not our mind. We are our emotivity, but we are not our emotivity. Depends which philosophy do you want to approach. Of course, you are what you are, but also you perceive that you are different. But we are going a different level now. If we can open this door, if you want, of this level. This level is just we are sitting in a planet, in the universe. So the universe is infinite. So we are infinite. The perception of being finished, everything is finished. The perception of life and death, the way we perceive, it's a belief. No one knows. It's a belief, but no one perceives themselves inside as finite, as finished. You feel there's no time inside of you.
The spark of our life
Yeah.
is infinite, as you said earlier.
Yeah. Well, you may believe it or not.
Mhm.
It's not my problem. Everybody's got to do whatever they want
Yeah.
with their life, you know.
But the truth lies within oneself.
Well, just watching it from an anatomical point of view, the female and the male. Okay, female is the ovulus. It's, you know, the woman produces one egg every month, and then if the egg is not fecunded, fertilized, it just go waste. And the same is for the sperm. The egg and the woman produce the body, the physical. Takes 9 months to produce the body, and the man, you know, doesn't do much, but he gives the spark. He gives that spark. So the body is the, you know, we call it anima. In Italian, in Latin, anima, animus. In Spanish, alma. It's anima, animus. The root of the word is from animale, animals, from animation. That's things that moves. So your body is your soul, and your spirit is inside. So you have the soul, which is your body, and the spirit, which is contained in your body. This is philosophy. Then your body will die and will stay in the planet, and the planet will use this
And recycle.
and recycle and be something else. But your spirit go in the universe, because we are already there. This is Chinese medicine and also other philosophy.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. For
Yeah.
the second point as well, the body, right?
Yeah.
For the method. So, what about the emotions then? The third pillar.
So coming back, so we have the human body is composed by the body. First, the body. You know, at the beginning is the body, and the body contains the mind, the brain, but the brain is empty. So it gets all the information, and then it gets all the program, and then you work. You do whatever you want, okay? And then also emotion, but we don't talk about emotion, because emotion for the analogical system doesn't really exist. It's tension. Inside your unconscious mind, there is freedom for your brain, for your logical part, which is, for your heart is love, and for your body is expression. So you cannot touch freedom, you cannot touch love, because it's energy. But you cannot love if you are not free, because if you are not free, you cannot love. Okay, and if you cannot love, you are not free. It's just two aspects of the same thing, but this is energy. Then you have a body, and the body needs to express the freedom and the love, and then you're happy. Of course, you have other things, you have fundamental needs, and you have other things, but this is the basic, you know, this is the pure basic things. So in the unconscious mind, there is freedom and love. Well, we are made up of freedom, love, and expression. The axioma is you feel free to conquer your dream in peace with your mind. Okay, this is the axiom from the school where I come from.
And that's a good one.
It's a very good one.
Yes, we need more of that for sure.
Yeah.
So what method do you use to treat the emotion part of us?
Yeah, for the emotional
Humans.
part, I use the dynamic hypnosis, and it's a different type of hypnosis. It's actually the reverse of the hypnosis, because people are hypnotized by the problem, by their negative emotions. So by reducing that, people wake up again.
Wow.
Yeah,
It sounds a bit counterintuitive,
it
right?
is. It is counterintuitive.
If you're hypnotized and you don't even know that you've been programmed or whatever, so how do you start that journey kind of thing? How do you do dynamic hypnosis?
When we go sleeping in the night, we start dreaming, and we dream, and we don't know we're dreaming until we wake up. Then you wake up and you have a dream. You carry on dreaming, yeah? We are hypnotized.
Yes.
We are hypnotized.
By our mind.
Culture, your education, your strong beliefs, and we call it principle. Some principles that are not negotiable. not negotiable principle. That means that somebody can die or can kill for that principle. But this is all a makeup of humankind, because it's not contemplated in nature. In nature there is everything and much more that you can express, that you can understand.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big, but so we are small, and to heal this situation is quite simple when you know how to do it. It's a system that connect your mind, your body, and your emotion, and connect. And when you are connected, you are not dissociated, you are in peace with yourself, you're balanced, you feel good, and then you can achieve your goal, you can conquer, you can regain your dignity of a male or of a female, and the dignity of a man or of a woman. This is the differentiation between these two entities that lives within us. And then of course there's much more, the way our thought process is.
We can eventually talk about more of this male or female woman eventually in another podcast.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Very interesting.
That's very interesting. Yeah,
it's a lot to dig out in this subject.
Yeah.
So you use dynamic hypnosis for the third part, which is the emotional body. I mean the emotions, right?
Yeah.
And what about the fourth one now? The fourth pillar of your method, the body movement.
The body movement, it's a mix of yoga and Aikido. Yoga for the flexibility, because the body, when it's flexible, it works better. Okay, we need to be flexible, because many disease or problematic of the body is because people are not flexible, are quite stiff, and stiffness in the body creates stiffness in the vertebra, in the spine, and in the spine there are all the nerves that go to the organs, and then the people that are stiff in there's less energy that flow through the organ, and people they age pretty quickly.
Wow.
So maintaining a flexible body is good to maintain your body, working efficiently, just like a car. You have the maintenance. And this is yoga, and I do also with the massage to rebalance all this. For the movement, the expression, I use Aikido, because Aikido is, you can use your body in a conscious way, because people usually react, they don't act. So in order for you to act, you must know how your body works, and you must know many different movements, and then you use other people's energy, what they give you. You don't react, you don't give energy to the others. In Aikido martial art, I don't give you energy. I give you like zero energy of my energy, and I keep my 100% of energy to give it back to you with you give me an energy. I can take all of your energy and give it back to you, and I can add on your mind. That means that if you push me with 100, you get 200 back.
Wow. Is it something physical, like a physical fight? Like you learn how to physically protect yourself and defend yourself? Is that what you're talking about within Aikido?
Aikido is a martial art.
And you teach that in your method as well?
I don't teach Aikido. I teach the basic.
Okay. So the basics, you use the basics of Aikido and the mix of yoga to treat this part of the body, which is the body movement of the method.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's I explained better. The body moves if the mind moves. If your mind doesn't move, there is no intention, the body don't move. So in Aikido martial art, you don't use power. It's very good for female, because you don't need to be strong. You don't use the power. You just use the energy of the others. You move accordingly. So it's just the use of what you have. But in order for you to use that, you need to know how your body works, what you want to do with your body. So if you want to attack me, I can't do nothing about you attack me. I have no power on you, but I have all the power in myself. I can do this, that, I can do many things instead of reacting. If I react, you know.
You will act according to your attacker, the person that attacks you.
And also what I want to do. But
And,
this
and
is
depending on the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't teach this. I don't
No.
teach martial art.
Okay.
I teach how you can move your mind inside your body.
Wow.
You can, because usually people, they are in their mind and they
Yes.
can't even walk.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be wherever you want in your body.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's pretty cool.
So these are all the main subjects that you teach for the method and that you use. The body that you treat with Chinese medicine, the mind that you treat with neuro-linguistic programming, NLP,
Yeah.
that we can talk about maybe more in depth in another podcast. The emotions that you treat with dynamic hypnosis, and the body movement, which is analyzed and improved by yoga and Aikido martial art. Wow, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to hear more and more people coming to your course to educate them.
What I want to say, that if this discipline you take it one by one, you don't get the same result of having all together, because you can be a master of martial art, but then you cannot manage your emotion.
Yes.
Or vice versa. So it's very good to have this as a basic understanding of how you are. Because we go to school and we study everything outside. We study, but nobody studied themselves. We don't know how we work.
And that's what you teach, and that's amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of doing this
Yeah.
podcast, to spread the word. And yeah, everything starts within ourselves. I have one last question eventually.
Yeah.
So if one person comes to you and would like to start a course, what will you start with? Will you start with working on the mind, on the body, the emotion, or the body movement? Because I think you said it starts with the mind, right? Or the emotions eventually that you need to unlock. What do you need to do first?
Okay, if somebody comes for a therapy, I will evaluate what they need. If it's a course, because there are 4 different disciplines, they are carried out in different days, so people can join whatever they want. They can join one course and then finish that, and then skip into another course. Like, they can learn the Chinese medicine, and then they can learn the hypnosis, or vice versa, or they can do everything in every day. It depends how the course is laid out.
Okay, great. Thank you for your answer.
Cool.
Perfect. Thank you also for your explanation. Now I'm gonna ask eventually Angelina if you have any questions for Glauco, or any comments that you would like to say, to share, or anything.
Hello. It's very wonderful to meet someone that is thoroughly inspecting the bodies. And I have many questions. Well, how do we drop in to acknowledge that maybe I'm in a pattern? What would you suggest? If maybe I'm stumbling in some idea that I keep repeating and I'm hurting myself, what would you suggest in that moment? When maybe we're in a pattern, a repetitive pattern,
Okay.
an action that continues to hurt self.
That's a program. That's a program. It's a repetitive pattern. You said that because emotions replay. The same emotion replay in a different time and with different people. And we are living in a nightmare. We don't live in the present. So emotion is all in the past. Emotion blockages. We call emotion, but actually this is problematic situation. They are in the past. But they can reach the present. And they can also be projected into the future if they are very high in terms of tension. People get stuck. They don't even move from home because they fear everything. Well, you can see now around the planet. And, I can see, if I want to generalize, I can see a mass manipulation all the time by, humans that manipulate. This is completely unconsciousness. They are dragged into the emotivity, and the emotivity replay, and the emotivity is fine with this. Even if you suffer, the emotivity is fine, because it doesn't really matter if you are feeling pleasure or not. For the emotional side is the same. A funeral and a wedding is the same. Give you tension. People go to the cinema and have a movie. They cry 1 hour, they get scared, they get anxiety, and after 2 hours they say, wow, that was really nice. They just want tension. So if you can give yourself the good tension, the good vibes, then your unconscious mind doesn't go get the bad one, because getting the bad one is very easy. It's easier. Difficult is to maintain the quality of life and the satisfaction that you want, because things disappear after a while. You know, you eat, you're full. Oh, you're okay, but tomorrow you have to eat again. And if you don't have money, you eat whatever it's there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an aspect as well that I observe, and also I've experienced, right? Where maybe I'm having that meal and I might be thinking about not having a meal later, so then I'm not experiencing it anymore. And I see that happening, right? Like there's the experience being processed by a thought of maybe not having it again, and that pattern playing. Or like maybe we're doing some kind of work and there's exhaustion actually hitting the body, maybe the bodies. And there's a chair right there, but you don't really realize that it's actually something available for you. So that pattern, you see, like I observe it in much of our system, right? Like it's this no time type experience. And so the drop in to feel the self within the body, it's not a frequent experience. So in that case, what would you suggest? Like, I mean, there's so many modalities. How to shake oneself into the moment.
Okay, to put yourself into a moment, there are several ways of doing it. If you're talking about the emotivity and you have like kind of anxiety and you don't live in the present because you are anxiety or fear, or students, they prepare for the exam but they feel anxiety and they study but they don't heal the anxiety. Then when they got the exam, the anxiety is 100%. They don't talk because the emotion block you. So this we do with hypnosis. We go back and it's an interpretation. It's a somatization or an identification. People identify in what they feel. They feel it and for them it's true. But then you're talking about pattern or behavior and being in the present. Technically, you are always in the present. And the technique, the shield that I use to be in the present, it's just taking from martial art, is being in your body now. Okay, because people talk, you talk, and maybe your energy is drawn into your thought process, into your emotivity, and you lose the perception of your body. You are not here. The body is parked in here, and you are somewhere else. Can you keep at least 30% of the perception in your body? Feel, the shoes, feel you are sitting there, and feel your body while you're talking in any conversation. Then if you are proficient in this, you can stay in your body 60%, 100%, and you can still use your mind and still use your emotivity, but you are here. That's being in the present. Because you can only be in the present, really. You cannot be in the past and you cannot be in the future. You can only be here now. But the mind can go everywhere. And the emotion also can replay from the past. But you are here. Your body is your master. And then we can talk about this. There's a lot to say about this. About the consciousness of the body. And I would go further. The spirituality of the body. It's not in the head. It's in your body. Spirituality. But that's another chapter.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so to bounce back on what you just said, the spirituality is within the body. Does it mean that every emotions and every thoughts gets stored within yourself, like physically somewhere? because it kind of blows my mind, actually, because the body is where everything starts. The body is where everything starts.
Benjamin, you should understand that the body, the mind, and the emotivity is the same thing. Okay, I do this example. When you look at the universe, you see stars, planets, masses. There is more energy or more masses. People say usually more energy, but actually it's the same, because the energy creates masses. It's the differentiation of energy. Your body is the same. Your body, physical, produce an energy, which is a mental, psychic energy. And then, of course, you can call it consciousness, but it's all the same. If I kick you in your ass,
Wow.
you feel something different than if I slap you in the face, because it's two different things. I mean, people are used to divided things, but you have to see the big picture and see how one thing transform into the others. It's the transformation. It's the continuous transformation. And even our body, every second cells dies and cells born. Every 7 years, all your body is completely new. So but you still feel you are the same. It's a mystery, but this is a life mystery. We can investigate that if you want, but there is a lot of theory. But I believe that within us, there is all the answer that we need. And somebody said, yeah, but unfortunately they are wrong. It's like when somebody say, all you need is inside of you.
So you need to discover it somewhere, or you need to find it.
I mean, you are already here. You are alive, and you have already everything. We've been programmed, and we function with the program. Your computer as a program. You change the program, the computer works in a different way.
But how come I don't feel here? Why sometimes I just don't feel here? Even though I am here, my body is here, but my mind is somewhere else, and I'm daydreaming. Even though I'm not especially like daydreaming like crazy, but sometimes, when you cook, when you do something, you're very focused in this task. You're not, or when you look at the screen in your computer, you're gone.
Yeah,
you're not here.
You're gone because you identify yourself in your thought process. You think you are in your head, but
Yes.
when you point at yourself, everybody, any culture, when they indicate themselves, they indicate this here. Okay, this point here in the
middle of the heart,
in the middle of the chest,
sorry,
which is CV17. Okay, it's an acupuncture point, and that's where you identify yourself. When you indicate this point.
Yes.
You don't do it in the front.
In the forehead, you mean?
That's in the forehead. That's why it's important doing martial art Aikido, because you can move your intention in any part of your body. So you are into your body, because otherwise you just stay in your mind.
Wow.
And you don't know your body. You don't even feel. People feel the body only when it's screaming, only when it hurts.
Wow.
You should be sensitive like a cat. A cat is a master here.
They definitely look like it and very at peace.
Yeah, that's the answer for you. Yeah.
So then you move your mind within your body.
Yeah. But you do it. You want to kick me, your mind goes in your feet. But the thing is, you can move on your own. Like I see people dancing, the dancer, I teach dancer how to move. I'm not a dancer. I cannot. People that are dancing, they move better than me. Yeah. But the movement is not when you move your body on your own. You should be able to move your body with 3 people holding you. Okay. Then you can move your body. Then you can move your body. If you can move in that condition, that means that you're good, because you can channel.
Wow.
Otherwise, you can't do that.
That's amazing. Okay. So I think that's a lot of information for today's podcast, and it's good for today. So thank you, Angelina. Thank you, Glauco.
Thank you, Benjamin.
For being here with us for this podcast, The Method EU. You can find us on our social medias, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Telegram. And we hope to have catch your attention, and you want to learn more, you can check our website, themethodeu.com. Stay tuned for oncoming workshops or teachings, or if you need a therapy or a Zoom meeting, however, contact us. Thank you and have a good time.
Thank you very much.
See you later. Bye.